Hey everyone, it's Chip Lane with Hey Chip Lane, I Want to Be an Actor Too. Today's guest is very special. She is Linda Eisen from Coastal Talent in Charleston, South Carolina. She happens to be one of my agents, and she was very gracious to spend some time today, about 20 minutes or so, with us. Whether you're a new actor or an actor who's been around and looking for more work, she gives great information. So stick around and enjoy. So everybody, we've got an agent in Charleston, South Carolina. Her name is Linda Eisen. She owns Coastal Talent. She happens to be my agent. Hello, Linda. How are you?
Hey, great. Happy almost New Year.
Almost New Year. That's right. 2020 is going to be a big year, I think, for a lot of people. Hopefully, me too.
Yes, it is.
So, tell us, Linda, how did you get into the business?
I got into the business. Well, my background is I have a BFA in theater from NYU. I worked doing professional theater and directing, producing. I got involved with casting films, doing some more directing, behind the camera things. I ran an historic street theater company in Philadelphia.
Oh, I didn't know that.
I did touring shows. Yeah. I did a lot of disparate things over the years in all different aspects of the business, moving more into the film and television part of it. And when I had an opportunity to buy Coastal Talent 14 years ago, I realized that all of these things that seemed to not be connected that I'd done over the years really gave me a unique skill set.
Yeah.
And a unique background, and I pull things from everything I've done in my life to do my job.
I can't believe it's been 14 years, Linda. That's wow, time has gone by.
It has, for sure.
Because I was with Coastal before you bought the agency, and how you kept me along this for so long. How have I not been fired?
There you go. Well, it's been about adapting and growing and changing, and it's been really cool to have the business grow as the industry in the region has grown. As you know, when I first started doing this, there was a very limited amount of work. There were a limited number of productions. The talent pool, the crew pool were all much smaller. Tax incentives changed everything, and everything has just exploded. So this is now a major market, and it's been really wonderful to be a part of that boom.
Yeah, I remember when taped auditions were actually taped auditions. You had to go there and be taped.
It had to be taped, and we FedExed a DVD to the casting people with those auditions.
Yeah.
Yes.
So for any new people wanting to get into the business as an actor, what do agents look for before signing a talent?
Look for several things, and there's always the things that you have control over and the things that maybe you have less control over. We are always looking for people that are trained, that have acting skills, have acting training, improvisation training, that have built up a resume, even if it's just with student films or independent films to start off with. We certainly also look for a look that maybe we need to add to our roster or that is going to work well for the camera. But people really need to come in prepared and trained and professional, especially now that our region is as competitive as any other region in the country right now. And we really need to see people that are prepared to go out and do what needs to be done.
Yeah. And you said, and I guess I sort of should back up a little bit. Maybe you should, maybe I could ask you to explain exactly what a talent agent does, because I sort of skipped over that.
Sure. Yeah. So that's an excellent question.
Yeah.
So we are the liaison between the productions and the actors. And we work on myself personally, our agency, we do everything from local print jobs up into major motion pictures. So we will submit the people that we think are the best fits for the roles to the casting directors or to the ad agencies for certain commercial work or print work or things like that. And if there's somebody that we think is absolutely perfect for, we can pitch them. But we are there to have the best people, have them ready, have their materials together, and match them with the right roles at the right time with the people that are making those decisions.
Right. So, what actors, what should you expect? What do you expect from the talent you represent? In other words, I guess you said you submit materials. So, what should actors have prepared and updated constantly when you sign them?
Right. So, since agents get 10% of union work, or sometimes up to 20% for non-union work, then we expect that 80 to 90% of the work is done by the actors. Mm-hmm. So that includes professional headshots, really good ones with multiple looks, mm-hmm. great-looking resumes, demo clips, different kinds. If they're interested, if they want to do voiceover work, voiceover demos, we expect them to continue to train and to network and to do everything they can to make themselves as marketable as possible.
What do you think a good way to network is these days? When you said network, I think you're absolutely right. I would like to hear what your take on that is.
What's really nice is a number of the casting directors in our region that are casting a lot of episodic television and some of the film work have social media accounts. They have Twitter and Facebooks. They will often have opportunities for actors to come and see them, whether it's something casual like coffee or whether it's something more of a meet and greet. So have those opportunities. Network with other actors. So you also have people that you can practice your craft with and work with on auditions, and know what's out there, and be ready for it, and use whatever opportunities you have to directly connect with the people that are making the casting decisions.
Good, yeah. I think social media is a good thing, and I think probably a smart thing to do is not get crazy on social media. Maybe possibly cut yourself out of a casting director's mindset if you're.
Right. Yeah, social media is definitely a double-edged sword. And
I've been guilty of that, I think.
Yes. So, because I have seen, not our actors, but I've seen people comment on an audition, even if it's not specifically naming it, or mm-hmm. saying, oh my gosh, that person wasn't as nice to me as I thought, or I went in, I did that. And you really need to avoid that. If you are looking to be in the entertainment industry, then you are a public figure, and your social media needs to reflect that. Everything needs to be positive. There can't be anything disparaging. You can't talk about this audition that you had, or this role that you had, or anything personal that was going on in the audition setting, because mm-hmm. it will come back to hurt you.
Yeah. I guess it also, maybe politics and some other things maybe get in the way of,
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely. Publicly posting about controversial issues or things in general, it may not help you because you don't know who the people you'll be working with are.
True. And
that social media is a tool for your brand as an actor, but that's really what it should be.
Yeah, and maybe brand. That's something I've listened to on some other podcasts as a filmmaker about branding, a film or a movie that you're working, that you're writing or producing or whatever. But what about actors? Can they brand themselves?
To a point. I mean, you need to know what your type is. And when you're first starting out in particular, you are a lot more likely to get cast in things that you seem the most appropriate for, mm-hmm. right? So if you look at an actor like Johnny Depp, when he started off, he was doing 21 Jump Street and kind of the pretty boy leading man things, and then as he got more successful, he was able to branch out and do roles that maybe were not necessarily what you would look at him and think of initially. He was able to prove himself and go beyond that. So it is good to know what your type is and the kind of roles that you would be easily seen in as a way to start. And this can continue to do your good work, and then you could certainly expand and grow with that.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. And sort of along those same lines, how do you think an actor could make a transition from, say, being a day player to being, that guy from that thing, that, or maybe even a named actor? Because you see so many character actors out there, and you're just like, oh wow, they're having a great career. I know that guy from somewhere, and he's been on 20 or 30 movies as the character, but he once started out, or she once started out as a one-liner.
Absolutely, and I've had actors who have made that transition, and it's one of the most satisfying things to see as an agent, someone that had under fives here and there become a series regular.
Mm-hmm.
And that is honestly just consistently doing good work, taking every opportunity, not turning down auditions unless you have a really compelling reason to do so, not saying I'm not interested in doing this one line or two lines here when you're starting out. Just grow, have every opportunity you can to be seen, and if you are good, the work will follow.
Yeah, I agree. So and I don't mean this about myself, but there's actors out there who are maybe my age or younger, and they've been in it for a while. Maybe 2018 or 2019 wasn't a good year for them. They just didn't work much. What do you think? Say a 33-year-old actor or actress, or a 40-year-old actor or actress who maybe just didn't work as much as they wanted to, or at all, perhaps. What do you think they should do or rethink to
Yeah, I mean, and sometimes part of it is there is a cycle to roles. It depends on what's filming, and there are good people that have had slow periods. There are very talented people that have slow periods. But that being said, you need to look at your materials and see, is there anything that can be freshened up? Are your headshots fantastic? Do they grab you at first glance? Do you have a variety of looks that would help your agent push you for a variety of roles? Are you getting a little lazy? Are you getting a little disgusted? Are you getting a little desperate? Those things show in your auditions, sometimes even if you're not aware of it. I've had actors say, I have read for the same series 7 times, and they still haven't cast me, and I'm just so disgusted, and I don't even want to do it anymore. And the real response is no one's going to be wasting your time doing you a favor, asking you to audition if they don't like you. That really means that the casting directors like you, like your work, have liked your previous auditions, and there just hasn't been the right match yet. So the challenge is really to stay fresh, to stay positive, and keep that energy high and focused, and don't let whatever discouragement that you're feeling affect the auditions that you are giving.
Yeah,
I have seen that happen a lot.
Yeah, I agree. I think being sent an audition from the same casting director for the same series a number of times is just encouraging. Really, I mean, I get it that they're just maybe helping find you a role. It's just not there yet. So yeah.
Yes.
So what about between casting directors and talent agents? Do they give you much feedback or any feedback or?
No, honestly, not a lot most of the time. Obviously, if something very negative has happened, we certainly get a call. For certain people, those are the calls we don't want to get, and
right.
they're very rare.
Yeah.
Somebody has done something in audition that upset them or something of that nature. We do, as people are getting sent up to producers for final decisions, or if there's somebody that they know, we will get more direct feedback. Sometimes I will get some direct calls because they're looking for somebody specific, or they're looking for somebody that's a local, or different things like that. I mean, the best feedback you can get from a casting director is to be asked to audition again for that.
Yeah.
And there's different relationships. There are some casting directors who I chat with a lot, and we talk on the phone, and we talk about people and what's going on, and there's a lot of interaction. Some of the casting directors are more straight business, and there's less of that. But any time that I do get a direct phone call and I have an opportunity to talk to them, I try to get as much information as I can about the actors, about the projects, and about everything else.
Yeah. And just, I guess, do you have like any tips for any starting actors, or any tips for seasoned actors that you might want to share?
Tips in general would be,
maybe someone starting out who's looking for an agent, and they've gone on to Coastal Talent's website perhaps, and
Yeah, make sure you're ready, because getting sent on auditions or having auditions that you're not ready for is not going to help you.
Excellent.
Build up your resume slowly. Do whatever you can to get started and let things grow with it. As I've said already, just continue to train, continue to stay sharp. Are there other skills that you can master? Can you brush up on your accents or other things that you do? Anything that's going to help you to be ready. Keep your look consistent, because every time you change your hair color or your style greatly, then you're going to have to kind of start over with a new package. For young actors, really, I encourage them to limit their tattoos because that has become a real problem for certain projects.
Really?
Whether it's a period piece where they're not acceptable at all, or whether there's a copyright issue where they would need to have permission from the artist to have that on. And the idea that they could just be covered or anything else is not exactly true, because until you get to a certain level, they really don't want to have to bother doing that extra work. So I do definitely encourage to keep your canvas, which is you, as neutral as possible, so that you could become whatever you need to be for the roles.
Yeah. Cool. Yeah, I like that. And just to remind everybody, if you don't mind, because you saying it is better than me saying it, but agents don't take money up front, correct?
No. Agents get paid when the actors get paid. We get a 10% agency fee that's added on to whatever the actor makes for union work, which is pretty much almost all of the television and the film work. And for non-union work, which includes some commercials, some industrials, and print work, it is usually 20%. There shouldn't be additional booking fees. There shouldn't be any fees to join an agency. You shouldn't have to use a specific photographer or pay anything else. Those are red flags. When we operate in right-to-work states, as I do, being based in South Carolina, we cannot be SAG-AFTRA franchised agencies because of where we operate. But you do want to look for agents that follow the SAG-AFTRA union guidelines, and that includes the money and everything else. And it's important, if you're interviewing with an agent, that you ask those questions and you read your contracts carefully and you make sure that you know exactly what you're getting into. Yeah,
cool. And right to work is just those are just state by state laws, correct?
Those are state laws that are kind of anti-union. That it means that you cannot be forced to join a union in order to do union work. So It's a tremendous opportunity for actors starting out, because they are able to audition for projects, union projects, while they're non-union in a way that is not possible to do in New York or LA. So it can be a terrific opportunity, especially for people that are starting out. But you also have a few potential hazards in the way that you need to look out for. It is a business. You need to be thinking of it as a business, and you need to make sure that you are educated as to all the things that go into it being a business.
Excellent point. I think that's something I think a lot of actors don't consider. This is a business, and the business is show business, and this is called business for a reason. So
yes, very much so, very much so. And it's really it is your job to don't be so grateful or scared to stand up for yourself or to ask certain things. Anybody that would take offense about giving that type of information is not somebody that you want to be involved with.
Yeah. Well, Linda, if someone thought they had the chops and the look and everything else, where could they find you if they wanted to?
We're at www.coastaltalent.com.
Right, and you also have voiceover, correct?
Yes. We have a voiceover division as well. I've got a fantastic agent, Pam Hayes, who runs our voiceover division. She was a voiceover professional for many years herself, and we've been very fortunate. We have booked national and even international voiceover spots. What goes into voiceover work is a whole other conversation.
Yeah.
One thing I will say that it is a different set of training. Everybody that's an actor is not someone who is necessarily ready to do voiceover work. It requires a slightly different set of skills. It's kind of like if you know how to dance the tango, but you want to learn how to do modern dance. There's a lot of the same things that go into it, but you do need specific training in order to be able to do that, and it has become imperative that you have a home studio set up in which you can record your own auditions and sometimes even final copy for as a voiceover artist.
Excellent information. And Linda, thank you so much for your time today, and we hope that 2020 will be great for Coastal Talent. And there's nothing selfish in that for me. I just want to say that.
Well, thank you. I think it's going to be a good year for everybody in the Southeast. There is more work coming here than we have ever seen before, and everybody just needs to be ready.
Yeah. Did they renew Mr. Mercedes? Is that coming back, or is that done?
Not that I am aware of.
Okay.
But Righteous Gemstones is going to be starting back up in February in South Carolina, and there are more shows coming to Atlanta and Savannah than we can count.
Yeah. Well, again, thank you so much for your time today, Linda, and thank you for all the wonderful, speaking of gems, the gems of information that you laid on us today. We really appreciate it.
Thanks, Chip. Thanks so much.
I want to thank Linda Eisen again for spending time with us, sharing great information. You can find her at coastaltalent.com, and you can find me at firstcityfilms.com or on IMDb at Chip Lane or on Facebook at First City Films. Please watch our first feature film, Untouched, that's on Amazon, iTunes, Tubi, and Vudu. And please rate it and comment and give us whether you like it or not. We enjoyed it. So thanks for being here today, guys.